Hey everyone, good morning. My name is Ryan Yokome, and today I want to talk to you about something I don't normally talk about to people, and that is depression, anxiety, and sadness. So if you're watching this video and those are things that you're going through right now or you've gone through in the past, I want to give you some actual practical steps that you can do today to shift your energy around those things. And I also want to explore with you on a deeper soul level why these things may be happening in your life. And I'll share with you how I experienced these things and what I did to transition those experiences in my life as well. So if you're watching my videos for the very first time, my name is Ryan Yokome. I'm a spiritual life and success coach. I live in Vancouver, Canada, and we are sitting in my front yard. So we have these beautiful trees, lots of nature, lots of birds. I live at the top of a mountain. It's very calm and peaceful, and I'm out here. It's a Sunday morning shooting this video with you, and I use a spiritual approach for helping you get out of your own way to unleash your greatest purpose. One of the reasons I'm shooting this video for you today is I, from the bottom of my heart, really hope this helps you. And I really mean that. And there's a lot of videos and a lot of information online about depression, anxiety, and sadness, and I want to give you more of a spiritual approach. And a large part of my work when I work with clients, even though I help them find their purpose and change their money blocks and, you know, maybe improve their relationships, is working through their emotions. And a part of that is going into what is happening with sadness. What is the gift of depression? What is going on around this feeling of anxiety that you may have around your life circumstances? So if you look at my life, through most of my 20s, I had bouts of depression. And I found there'd be times where I'd be really confused on the purpose of my life, the direction of my life. I would feel overwhelmed with financial obligations, stress around lack of money. I would even feel some days just sad. And I would wonder, why was I not happy? Because I had no real reason not to be happy. And I just felt like there was something I was missing in my life, but I couldn't figure out what it was. I didn't know why I wouldn't wake up every day happy. And so I went on this spiritual journey to understand, why are these things happening to me? And there was many times, trust me, where the depression or the sadness was so intense that I was done with life. You know, I don't know if you've been there before, where you just feel, well, what's the point, right? So I can relate. If that's something you're struggling with, then again, I really want to give you more of an honest, authentic understanding of how I changed my life and how you can as well. So I worked with many people through the last several years. A couple of people I can think of that really, moved my heart. One woman came to me and she wanted to get her work out to the world as a coach, but she felt she was blocked. And I started working with her, and I found out that she left her husband because she was unhappy in that marriage, and he was struggling with different forms of, depression or anxiety or sadness. He was going through quite a bit with his own life, and she left him, and a week later he committed suicide. And I didn't know this when I took her on as a client. I didn't find out until we went into the process. And so she had a lot of shame, a lot of guilt, a lot of feeling like it was her fault, and that was stopping her from moving forward with her life. So I did a lot of healing work with her, a lot of releasing, a lot of emotional work to support her, and it ended up helping her free herself so she could pursue her passions and make peace with what happened with her husband. Another woman that I work with had her nephew pass away. He was in his teens, and he also committed suicide. And so, she found herself, going through a lot. And so just supporting her emotionally as she goes through this process with her and her family. So the reason I'm sharing these things with you is we recently had a few people take their own lives in our society, in our world, who were very well known. And it was due to depression. And I really hope that this video in some way impacts you to see that there's something deeper happening on a soul level, right? So when I was going through my things, I wanted to understand, why was this happening? And the first thing we'll say to you is on a spiritual level is we really don't know the agenda of other people's souls. And the soul is always going to do something that's best for the greater good of the whole, because it understands that it is connected to everyone and everything. So if you say, look, for example, with what you're going through is, well, how does that impact your soul? And what is going on there that is actually advancing the agenda of your soul? Because when I was going through depression and I wanted to get out of it, you know, you want an out. Maybe you want to take your life, you know, or you want to take some prescription pill to stop the anxiety. You want to drink alcohol, or you want to do drugs, or you want to have sex, you know, or you want to numb on Facebook and scroll social media, or you want to distract yourself by watching Netflix and doing something to get out of the depression, the anxiety, or the suffering with sadness. Where your life actually changes when you actually go into it. So instead of trying to get out of it, you actually go into the experience. And that's paradoxical because most people don't want to do that. But when you go into it, you can find what your soul's up to and why you're actually experiencing depression, why you're experiencing sadness, why you're experiencing anxiety. And you can start to see the gift in it. And when you're in it, it's kind of hard to see that, obviously, right? But there is something that your soul is after. And for me, it was going deeper and exploring, okay, well, why is this happening to me? And can I actually go into it instead of trying to get out of it? And then you learn what's called the soul lesson. And you figure out, wow, this is actually helping me because I wanted this experience to develop or heal. And then you can find yourself starting to move forward and advancing from those emotions. Now, I am going to give you some practical steps that you can do because you have the soul and then you have your humanness. And it's actually your humanness that's suffering. Your soul is eternal. It's not suffering. But it is going after an experience. So if you look, for example, why I'm still here, you know, why didn't I kill myself? Because I still have more work to do. My life did a total 180 when I got this. It totally transformed. I wasn't helping pretty much anyone when I was in deep states of depression and wanted to take my own life. I wasn't in a place to. I didn't have the energy to. I didn't have the mindset to. I was suffering. And when I really turned my life around, I understood I have more work to do here, and it's not about me, but it's how I can help other people. And it's interesting because now that's my work in the world, on how I help and heal and improve other people's lives. So if you look at someone who takes their life, you don't know the soul's journey. And if you understand that the soul gets that everyone, it's connected to everyone, then sometimes what will happen is the soul will take its life to inspire other people in a certain way, or bring people together. If I look at the client examples I shared with you, the first woman, she now has a thriving coaching business, an amazing podcast. She inspires other people in the world. And that stemmed from her going through that significant experience in her life. My other client, it brought her whole family together to unify. And she's now even speaking out about bringing awareness to the same things I'm talking to you about today. So oftentimes the soul makes a choice like that because it will bring awareness to the situation. If you look at these recent deaths of these two celebrities, if you can call them that, very well-known people, it brought awareness to depression. And it brings awareness for people who want to make a difference and change and improve that one area of life. So remember, the universe didn't create any spare parts. So depression has a gift. Sadness has a gift. Your anxiety has a gift. So when you start to understand the depth of why a soul would make that choice, it's always for the greater good of how it can unite all souls into awakening into love. I understand this is a very deep philosophy, right? When you look at things this way. But when you understand that everything has a soul contract, and I know the one woman has a daughter, who took her life. You don't know the contract that the daughter has with the mother taking her life. There's an experience there that the souls want. So there's always a bigger plan the universe has in place, right? So we need to trust and honor that plan. And we also need to grieve, I believe, our humanness of our connection and our love to other people, to the people we love, to the people we maybe don't know but love. You know, when we hear these stories of people taking their lives due to depression, and it really opens up a deeper sense of compassion for people. So my practical tips that I want to give you, the biggest things that changed my life when it comes to depression or sadness or anxiety are getting into nature, reconnecting with meditation, talking to someone about my challenges in life, you know, whether it's my coaches, you could talk to a counselor, you could talk to a therapist, you could talk to a friend, moving the energy, right? And to be honest, a big thing is surrender. It's learning to surrender into what is happening and handing this over to the universe, handing this over to source. And something that's really helped me too is going into the emotions of what is happening to me in that moment, and really nurturing and supporting my needs and my soul and what's happening to me in that moment. And if I were to break it down, it would be definitely nature has changed my life. Getting into nature, quick nature walks, meditation, talking about what I'm going through, surrendering it over. And then I think at the end of the day, knowing that, you know, you're safe. You're safe. And you're supported and loved. And no matter what happens, you're going to be okay. You know, that was a big awakening moment for me, as the universe supports me and I'm loved. So I know we've gone fairly long on this video, but I do thank you for watching, and from the bottom of my heart, I hope this video makes an impact on you. I really do. That you start knowing that you're not alone. There's people here to support you, and you are loved, and go a bit deeper into your soul, go into the process. And if I can support you in any way, let me know. You can drop me a comment down below. You can reach out to me on my website. And I'm here for you, okay? So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, please share away. And also you can check out my latest video over here, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel over here. And we'll see you on the next video.